A very good morning to you, and thank you for joining us, New England. I'm Justin Michaels. It is Sunday, July 28th, Tim.
Hi, I'm meteorologist Tim Kelly. We're looking at sun, cloud, rain, sun, cloud, rain. So it's going to keep changing no matter what it's doing.
Wash, rinse, repeat.
Yes, exactly. Okay. That's right. We're tracking showers and storms. More forecast in a few minutes.
All right, Tim, we'll see you shortly. In the news now, Boston Mayor Tom Menino is not too happy that a person of interest in the killing of Amy Lord was not arrested sooner. That suspect was arrested in connection with two other attacks on women in South Boston. Our Brendan Monahan has the story.
As the memorial outside NECN.
In other news here today, a convicted killer recently charged in a 1991 murder in New Hampshire had been considered a possible suspect in that killing for nearly 2 decades. Craig Conkey was charged Tuesday with killing 30-year-old Teresa Reed in her Plymouth, New Hampshire apartment. Happened more than 20 years ago. He's already serving life sentences for killing 2 women in Lexington, Massachusetts. Detectives who charged Conkey with one of those murders talked with investigators about similarities between that case and also Reed's killing. The wife of Secretary of State John Kerry is out of a Boston hospital this morning. Teresa Hines Kerry had successful treatment for a seizure she experienced earlier this month. A State Department spokesperson says doctors expect her to recover completely at home. John Kerry is thanking everyone involved in his wife's care. He did release a statement saying, "I've always known Massachusetts is blessed to have some of the greatest health care in the world, but we've just lived it and are grateful to all." Police in a suburb of Miami, Florida, still don't know the motive behind a deadly shooting rampage at an apartment building there. They say a man set his apartment on fire, then killed the building manager, also 5 other people, before he was shot to death by authorities. Brian Moore has the latest.
Police.
Pope Francis is wrapping up his visit to Brazil today with an outdoor mass in Rio de Janeiro. Now, last night, about 3 million people gathered to catch a glimpse of the pontiff on Copacabana Beach. It was the final evening of World Youth Day. Now, the vigil capped a busy day for the Pope. Earlier that day, he chastised the Brazilian church for failing to stem the exodus of Catholics to evangelical congregations. Francis is urging Catholics to shake up the status quo. In other news here this morning, this weekend, Egypt is dealing with the bloodiest violence since former President Mohamed Morsi was ousted from power by the Egyptian military. More than 70 have been killed. Ayman Mohaldin has the latest from Cairo.
Ayman Mohaldin, NBC News, Cairo.
President Obama says the next chairman of the Federal Reserve should take ordinary people into account when setting the monetary policy here in the U.S. The president tells the New York Times that he wants the next Fed chairman to promote policies that will help make ordinary people's lives better. Ben Bernanke's term as Fed chairman expires next year. The driver of a speedboat that crashed in New York's Hudson River is now facing manslaughter charges. The boat hit a construction barge Friday night, sending a bride-to-be and her fiancé's best man into the Hudson River. Authorities there say JoJo John is also charged with 3 counts of vehicular assault. A body matching the description of the bride-to-be was recovered from the waters of the Hudson River yesterday. Authorities are still looking for the body of the best man. Well, it's often a heated debate over whether immigrants, documented or not, are taking American jobs. But farmers say immigrant farm workers do the grueling jobs that no one else will, making it possible to put food on supermarket shelves and, in turn, our tables. Mike Anderson found out himself what it's like to do all this shovel in hand. And that was Mike Anderson reporting. As Congress takes its summer recess, though, there are events scheduled around the country aimed at pressuring House Republicans to act on immigration reform. In some severe weather news now, parts of western North Carolina are drying out after a day of severe flooding there. A system of thunderstorms stalled and dumped about a foot of rain on that area, and there were power outages, also flash flooding that swamped homes and washed out roads and bridges. And there was only 1 minor injury, though. Good news there. This is the 4th major flash flooding event in the Charlotte region in the past month. Thank goodness nothing like that's happening today.
Well, we've had episodes like that, and this is just a result of the tropical nature of the atmosphere here.
All right, so don't adjust your sets. What you're about to see, you've seen them before, but this is our yearly allotment of them. It's a blue lobster. 1 in a million chance there to see that guy, affectionately known as Blue Lou. This lobster showed up at a Connecticut store's regular weekly shipment from the coast of Maine. Look at that guy. According to the Lobster Institute of the University of Maine, the color stems from a genetic deficit that actually produces an excess of a certain different protein in this different lobster. The store hopes to donate him to an aquarium rather than sell him.
Weather.
More forecast in a few minutes.
Well, whether you're trying to get fit, lose weight, or just stay healthy, new technology can help you reach all your goals. Erica Edwards reports. Back here this Sunday morning, they're cute, they're comical, and each year thousands of people flock to Maine to get a closer look at puffins. Maine is as far south as their territory goes, but scientists say warming ocean waters are having an impact on this popular bird. Our Marnie McLean reports.
NECN.
All right, in sports now, the Red Sox and the Orioles will play their rubber game of their 3-game series today in Baltimore. Now, last night was a big night for Stephen Drew. He hit 2 homers, scored 3 runs, and had 5 RBI. And the other headline was David Ortiz. He got ejected in the 7th inning for arguing with the home plate umpire. Well, that didn't sit too well with the Big Papi, who went on a big-time tirade after the game. My goodness gracious. All right, Boston did win the game, though, 7-3. First pitch today is at 1:35. So do you remember the days when you'd run down the street for the ice cream man, but you'd miss his truck by just like 2 seconds? Well, the ice cream magic, here it is right here, claims it'll let you make the dessert right at home in just a few minutes. Leslie Gatiss finds out for us. Does this thing actually work? All right, so does it work? Well, Leslie says yes, in fact, it does work. She paid $10 for hers, and they can be reused.
When the child says best ever in my life,
How can you go wrong?
there's peanut butter and jelly, vanilla ice cream
Peanut butter jelly time.
mix. Looks like it works.
Hallelujah.
You'd have to make about 20 of them.
All right, we'll have to
feed
do
the
this.
family.
We're out of here in a couple seconds. So. All right, thanks for joining us. I'm Justin Michaels.
And I'm Tim Kelly. Thank you for watching NECN, New England's news station.